Few actors possess a presence as instantly recognizable as Sam Elliott. His deep, resonant voice, calm demeanor, and iconic mustache have made him one of the most memorable figures in American cinema. For decades, audiences have associated him with the spirit of the American West. Steady, thoughtful, and quietly powerful. Whether appearing in classic westerns or modern dramas, Elliott carries a natural authenticity that makes every role feel grounded and real. Unlike many stars who chase the spotlight, he built his career slowly, allowing time and experience to shape him as an actor. That patience created something rare in Hollywood, a reputation built not on flashiness, but on reliability and depth. By the time he reached his 80s, Elliott had become more than just a performer. He had become a symbol of a timeless Hollywood tradition, one rooted in storytelling, character, and the quiet strength of enduring talent. Growing up with big dreams. Sam Elliott's story begins long before the cameras and red carpets. Born in California in 1944, he grew up in a modest household where practical careers were often valued more than artistic ambitions. Yet from a young age, Elliott felt drawn to storytelling and performance. Movies fascinated him, and he admired actors who could bring powerful characters to life on screen. Pursuing acting, however, was not always seen as a reliable path. Like many young dreamers, Elliott faced questions about whether such a career was realistic. Those early doubts did not discourage him, but they did teach him something valuable. Success would require patience and persistence. Instead of expecting quick recognition, he focused on learning his craft and developing discipline. These early years shaped his mindset. Elliott would carry that quiet determination into Hollywood, where the road ahead would test his commitment and strengthen his identity as an actor. A complicated bond with his father, one of the most meaningful influences in Elliott's early life, was his relationship with his father. Their connection was built on respect, but it also carried unspoken expectations about responsibility and stability. Like many parents of that era, his father hoped his son would pursue a dependable profession. Acting, with its uncertainty and unpredictable future, seemed risky. Elliott understood those concerns, yet he could not ignore his own passion. The tension between practical expectations and personal ambition became a defining part of his early adulthood. When his father passed away before witnessing Elliott's eventual success, it left behind a sense of unfinished conversation. That experience shaped Elliott deeply. Instead of discouraging him, it strengthened his resolve to honor the dream he had chosen. The memory of those early challenges remained with him, quietly influencing his work ethic and the thoughtful, reflective personality that audiences would later come to admire. Years of quiet struggle in Hollywood. When Elliott first arrived in Hollywood, success did not come overnight. Like many aspiring actors, he began with small roles that offered limited recognition but valuable experience. He appeared in television episodes, background scenes, and occasional commercials while trying to prove himself in a highly competitive industry. The early years demanded patience. Casting directors often struggled to see beyond his physical appearance. His tall frame and Western look naturally led them to place him in cowboy roles. While these parts suited him well, they also risked limiting the range of characters he could play. Instead of resisting the roles offered to him, Elliott approached each opportunity with professionalism. He believed every role, no matter how small, deserved respect. Over time, that attitude earned him a reputation for reliability and dedication. Slowly but steadily, he began building the foundation of a career that would last for decades, becoming the face of the modern cowboy. By the 1980s and 1990s, Elliott's distinctive look and voice had made him one of Hollywood's most convincing portrayals of the American cowboy. His performances carried authenticity because they reflected genuine respect for Western storytelling. Films like Tombstone helped reinforce his image as a rugged yet thoughtful figure of the frontier. In these roles, Elliott didn't simply portray toughness, he conveyed wisdom, loyalty, and emotional depth. His characters often felt like men shaped by life's experiences rather than exaggerated action heroes. Audiences connected with that sincerity. While other actors might chase dramatic transformations, Elliott leaned into the qualities that made him unique. He became a guardian of a cinematic tradition that celebrated the landscapes, values, and myths of the American West. Through these roles, he helped keep a classic genre alive during a time when Hollywood was rapidly changing, finding new depth in later years. Even after decades in the industry, Elliott continued evolving as an actor. One of his most celebrated performances arrived later in his career with the film A Star is Born. In the movie, he portrayed the older brother of a troubled musician, a role that required emotional nuance and quiet vulnerability. The performance resonated strongly with audiences and critics alike. Elliott's ability to convey complex emotions with subtle expressions and restrained dialogue demonstrated the power of experience. For the first time in his long career, he received an Academy Award nomination, recognition that felt long overdue. Rather than being defined solely by Western roles, Elliott showed that his talent extended far beyond the cowboy image. The performance reminded audiences that great acting is not about volume or spectacle. It is about honesty, restraint, and the ability to make a character feel real. The changing landscape of Hollywood. Over the years, Elliott has witnessed dramatic changes in the film industry. The era that once celebrated classic westerns and character-driven storytelling gradually gave way to new genres and digital spectacle. Many of the actors who shared that earlier period have retired or passed away, leaving Elliott among the few remaining figures who represent that tradition. Watching the industry evolve has been both fascinating and reflective for him. While the modern era brings innovation and global audiences, it also marks the gradual fading of certain cinematic styles. For Elliott, this shift carries a sense of nostalgia. Yet rather than resisting change, he has adapted with quiet grace. By choosing meaningful roles and continuing to work alongside younger actors, he has remained relevant. His presence reminds audiences that while trends change, authenticity and dedication to craft remain timeless qualities in storytelling. A partnership that shaped his life beyond the screen, Elliott's personal life has been anchored by a strong partnership with actress Katharine Ross. Their relationship began during their work in the film industry and grew into a lasting marriage built on mutual respect and shared understanding. Both actors understood the unique pressures of Hollywood, which helped them maintain balance in their lives. Together, they created a stable home life away from the constant spotlight of fame. Their relationship stands as one of the quieter success stories in an industry often known for instability. Ross has frequently been described as Elliott's grounding influence, someone who helped him remain centered while navigating decades of work in entertainment. Their enduring partnership reflects Elliott's personal values, loyalty, patience, and commitment, qualities that mirror the characters he often portrays on screen. Lessons from a lifetime in film. After more than 50 years in entertainment, Elliott's career offers lessons that extend far beyond acting. His journey shows that success does not always arrive quickly, and recognition often follows years of unseen effort. Rather than chasing trends, he focused on authenticity and consistency. That approach allowed him to build a career defined by respect rather than short-lived fame. Elliott's story also highlights the importance of staying true to one's identity. He never attempted to radically change who he was in order to fit Hollywood expectations. Instead, he embraced the qualities that made him distinctive. Over time, those qualities became his greatest strengths. His career reminds aspiring actors that patience, humility, and dedication can create a legacy that lasts far longer than momentary popularity. In an industry known for constant reinvention, Elliott's steady presence stands as a powerful example of enduring professionalism, a legacy that continues to inspire today. Sam Elliott remains a beloved figure whose work continues to resonate with audiences across generations. His voice, calm presence, and thoughtful performances have left a lasting imprint on cinema. Yet beyond the roles he has played, his life story carries a deeper message about perseverance and authenticity. Elliott represents the idea that greatness often grows quietly over time. By staying committed to his craft and honoring the traditions that shaped him, he built a career that feels both timeless and genuine. For many viewers, he embodies the spirit of storytelling itself, steady, reflective, and deeply human. As new generations discover his films and performances, his legacy continues to grow. In the end, Sam Elliott's journey reminds us that behind every legendary screen presence is a life shaped by patience, resilience, and a lasting love for the art of storytelling.